years, the process takes longer because they're trying to figure out where God is on that area or that area, this perspective, that perspective. But as we get better, and we've spent more time in prayer, we are used to and more comfortable, if we're seeking it, the wisdom and the voice of God. So we act on it quickly because you hear it and respond to it right away. We saw in Moses, who took a long time working arguing with God, arguing with the elders, and then step away as he relaxed out into the wilderness and out of slavery. But Joshua was instantaneous. When Joshua, he said, "What do you want me to do?" He immediately jumped up and ran with it. We're going to pick up where the story would Joshua take the Israelites to their next start taking over the land. As soon as all the kings who were in the hill country and the lowland along the coast of the great Lebanon, the Hittites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites, all heard about what happened. Now is that Israel is victorious. They get as one to Joshua and Israel. Today we're going to start looking at that moves. Hey, speaking of movement, I want to give you an opportunity to live out courage that moves. Would you get up and move in the room and greet this morning and just tell them, I'm really glad you are here today. Let's do that right now. No. Courage. What we're going to do today is we're going to kind of this process, this process that we talked about the last 3 weeks, and see how this works for Israelites and works for us today as well. We talked about LifeBridge about walking together with God. Back to the picture that God had for us, see all the way back in book of the Bible, second chapter, Genesis chapter 2, God created a garden in the east and put Adam into that garden for the dust of the ground. And then from his rib, Eve, and brought Adam in the garden. That picture, at the end of Genesis chapter 2, they had nothing hidden, nothing to hide before God, nothing hidden and nothing to hide one another as well. Beautiful picture, that picture, that desire that is for our lives is what we hear and refer to as a garden walk. Regularly talk about look like to walk together with God. Just kind of imagine that we are with God and we are together with God, learning, growing, enjoying what God has designed for us. We refer to the garden walk as walking together with God. And so we'll talk about how's your walk? Are you on the path? Are you in the garden? Are you walking in this area? Where's God in this area? Trying to encourage ourselves to get with God. I see here that it was for the Israelites in this way. God was trying to bring them to the Garden of Eden, if you will, a land that's flowing with milk, a land that is beautiful, a land that have plenty of food, no more man off of the desert, no more looking for over quail, and so they can have meat at the end of the day, no more drinking water out of a rock that ends up forming a pool of water, desert sand. None more. They're going to go. There are waterfalls, and there are grapes that are growing naturally. Only after plants, and there are harvest food, delicious food in this area. God's providing for them everything that they need to enjoy. To a wilderness, to a walk, kind of their own garden of Eden that's taking them to. Now, as they go in there, what they need to do is to prepare themselves to Adam and Eve were born to be holy. God is holy. He wants to give them this life, but it is a condition on this. And the condition is that you walk with me. Just like the condition for Adam and Eve is do not eat from the tree of the garden, the tree of the knowledge of evil. There's a lot of parallels between Israel going in the promised land and Adam in the Garden of Eden. When we sin, we get kicked out of the garden. When we rebel, we're telling God we don't want torture. When we fight against God, that's not what we do. This, we're going to experience this. Instead, we're kind of like the prophet who decides to eat everything that is provided for good life and goes on his own place where we finally headed a lot back at home. Well, the Israelites get ready to go home, go into the garden. But the people who are right now are people always eating from the knowledge of good and evil. They are in rebellion against God. God is telling the people of Israel is that you need to get out there, you need to fight, because if you live there, they will cause you. You will eat from fruit, and you will end up out of the garden just like they're out today. That's a picture of what's going on. Now Joshua clears this picture, and remember, these are the kids of the parents who blew it. These kids, this is the parents. Maybe it's because they were in the desert and drinking water from. But the kids listen to the parents, even the parents blew it, and the kids in place, but the parents should have blessed in the first place. Going into the promised land and walking together with God. But not battle, plenty to fight there. When the inhabitants of Gibeon heard what Joshua done to Jericho and Ai, they on their part acted with and they made reverence, took a worn for their donkeys, worn out and torn and mended, patched sandals and worn out clothes. Compassion here, worn out seems to be the theme of the day. If you would be buying worn out clothes. And you remember when those phases where you went and closed holes in them? I still don't understand that. Anyway, so worn out is the theme. Everything you need worn out, and all of them dry and late, and they got a plan so they don't end up dying because they live in the land that they know God is for them for the way they've been acting, they've been doing. So then Israel. This brings us to the point about moving church. You and I move out in the world. When you and I go out in our families, our places, our schools, when we meet new people on the street, we're going to encounter things. We are going to encounter God, and we are going to encounter the world. Now here I'm using the world based scriptures a lot of times as a connotation. In other words, separated from or in rebellion to God. We are going to encounter that wherever we go. We're going to encounter that in each person that we meet. See, we are human beings in the image of God, but we listen to the thoughts in our mind. Sometimes those thoughts are of God, and sometimes those thoughts are not of God. When I Bible study, I do this thing in belts, and we talk about good thoughts, and all we're talking about is that some thoughts in mind are